plays games with Steve
and Angel.
Right, Angel, left hand or right hand?
Hey guys, in the last 24 hours, I just found out that physical games now are an outdated media. So,
are you? Wow, that's going to be old news for them. That PS5 price, am I right, guys?
Yeah. Oh God.
Honestly, by then, I'm sure the Sony's
back in my day, $700 would get you a PS1 and every game in the library.
My prediction is Sony's going to reverse that price because of all the backlash.
You say they're going to scratch that, reverse it?
Yeah.
Scratch that, reverse it. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as a green lens.
You never had a disc drive?
No.
On the same side as a green lens of his specs. Hold it. So the victim was wearing an HMD.
HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
So none of them, actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I could only see I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, you'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Kept fiddling with it all the time. Hold it!
Fiddling on the roof.
Fiddling. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenn L.
He was getting on my nerves. Rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss dying from one sip of Javachino.
All that fuss.
I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed? Okay. Made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked.
So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy.
It's like, oh, I've had 17 cups of coffee.
He's the honeycomb monster.
Oh my God.
I won!
Oh, hold it. The earpiece you mentioned. Which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people.
I know what you are.
one of those people who uses his left hand to get things out of his right pocket.
Oh.
Or fasten his left cuff with his right hand.
I mean, that's how you.
And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you?
No, I didn't mean.
I was going to use the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Every time he's throwing the seeds, I'm worried it's going to cut away really quick. So I'm like,
saying really fast.
Yeah.
Ow. So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. And he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Interesting. Hold it. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo.
That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me.
Looks like you really did see the guy picking the cup with his left hand. It's a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? The boy was wearing the. I pressed everything. He kept fiddling with it. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens. Kept fiddling with it. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. Kept fiddling with it. And I'm trying to play it out. Fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. I think that guy's telling the truth. Fiddling just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same cup. I mean, my first thought is is there a mirror somewhere? Or maybe he saw the other guy's hand. Cream photo. I mean, I can't tell anything from there, I don't think. Floor plans. Vanity. Vanity. I don't know what I'm thinking of when I say that, but it's bringing something to mind.
Isn't that the song from like a play or something?
Is it Cats?
No, I'm not thinking.
Tragedy. No.
Well, Tragedy is also a Bee Gees song.
Oh.
Tragedy.
Tribune. Left by the victim. Doodles on the... Doodles in victim's handwriting. Well, it doesn't mention what he wrote it with.
MC Bomb.
Oh, that's just like a doodle of the freaking master mask.
Yeah. $100,000? No.
What does that scribble say? Just say boom.
It looks like it says boop.
Boop. MC Bomber.
MC Bomber.
Article from the 5th. Victim got this from the doctor. Bag is empty. A deadly powder poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. Worn by Maggie as big stains. Coffee contained potassium covered in the victim. But like, why would he drink it that way then? Just like didn't hold the handle.
Scroll through right for me. Just a couple. Just keep going. Just want to see stuff. Keep going. Going. Okay. Alright, that's enough.
Alright. I think I got this for the... Before going to the Tribune. The bag is empty. And then he picked up the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He was fiddling with just before he pickled up the cup. He kept fiddling with it all the time. Boy was wearing the same earpiece. So I'm thinking the earpiece, like that had to do with like the cream. So he had like medicine on his finger. The boy's wearing the earpiece. The same side. But I think I pressed everything. I'm just not sure where to lead with this. Professor, can I have a hit, please?
So this will require you to remember a detail from earlier, which I'm not sure if you do. But what have we established in this whole testimony here? What's like the main thing where he's like really sure of?
That he was fiddling with the newspaper with his right hand, and that he drank the cup with his supposed free hand, which was his left.
So then what does that establish? What else does that establish then?
What else?
Yeah. So he used for right hand he was holding newspaper, left hand he drank the coffee.
Yeah.
And then what else do we know then based off this testimony?
Based on those two things, what else would that establish? I'm not sure.
Look at what's on screen right now.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs, which is on his left.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is there something we learned earlier in this trial that would conflict with that information?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as...
I think you don't remember. Go to evidence. There's something the problem is they really should have updated it to say.
Oh, like this, because I'm remembering the fact that he like applied ear medication
To where?
to his, I think it was his left ear.
Why?
I'm not sure. I don't
I
remember.
don't remember what kind of medicine it was.
It was
Or
like a
what happened?
cream. It was a cream.
What happened to him?
Wait, what happened?
Why is he taking that cream?
That I don't remember.
Okay. Remember he was attacked? And what happened to...
Wait, no, I don't remember the part that
There was a whole part. Okay, well, there was a whole part where he was assaulted. And what happened to his ear? Do you not remember?
No, but that got hit.
His eardrum was ruptured.
Oh,
And that was on what side?
his left?
And then what's wrong here?
Why would he have? Yeah, why would he have an earpiece there? So I would be able to use that. Okay, the boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the... Okay. Objection! I see. Yeah, they really should have updated that. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Remember? Huh?
No.
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal.
Well, they should have put that in the court record.
They probably should have. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece on his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. This ear.
Is that
my
true,
dear.
Captain?
It is.
Pie.
Pigeon. Pretty pigeon.
Order, order, order!
What would be the pigeon sound?
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when he knew that his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godo,
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man, he played knick-knack on my... Anyway, is my drop of milk.
oh my.
Wow, that's something I haven't thought of in a long time. Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. That lad drank his cappuccino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Objection.
How does one do that? Like it's a switch while it's up to your...
Change places.
Impossible. Meaningless.
Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Objection! Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Yummy.
Sadly, Mr. Godo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible.
Wetness.
Wetness. Your wetness.
Oopsies.
And the results are clear. As clear as his wetness. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
Now I'm Wetness.
Ew.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you papa's old fogey!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. Dodged it. You can't reach me from
Catch
there.
the bullets like he's Gohan in Dragon Ball Z.
I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Right?
Hold it! Wait!
What?
If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How's your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now.
You haven't, but
But there's something else that the court should know.
should have heard said this earlier.
What?
There's more?
To be perfectly honest, might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown?
Pulls out a katana.
Yeah.
The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your
I feel like
testimony.
there should have been like a background like with cherry blossoms like blowing in the wind.
Oh.
Victor Kudo is a man. You bet. Much, much quicker.
Man. I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, you youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Wow, it's meta.
Well, this is a Konami game, so Ace Detective.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Yeah? You doubt me again? You doubting a poor, defenseless old man?
No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you could think of.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination, please.
Final
showdown. Boing, 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 boing.
It just says that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of it myself. Hankway slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Hold it! The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense,
The suspense?
Isn't it enough? Should I work the audience a bit more? Should I fondle,
No, please
Should I
conti-
fondle the balls?
Please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. Caress the shaft.
Kiss you on the neck. All right, now where was I? Ah, yes, the young boy slumped over on the table and...
When they upset the vase, he knocked it over right over. Hold it! A vase, you say?
Yes, there are vases on all the tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
Well, he's right out there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There's a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define...
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break, and the sight of it burned into my memory as clear as day.
It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Hold it! Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well.
You said you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you?
It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me.
Could the water really make it all the way across from the other side of the room? Well, how about that? Turning things upside down. Hold it! You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this case upside down. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Oh, Kodo hasn't raised any objections for a while now.
I said to these two when they're doing SpongeBob references.
So you young show off. With that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat.
He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya. It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to fight a contradiction, young'un. Guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then.
Every family should own triple dogs. How else are you gonna maintain the farm?
I mean, they just kind of start taking care of themselves after that. Knocked it over, it broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Am I supposed to see it? Oh, well, it's just not knocked over, so this is okay. I'm like, I'm looking for a stain, and I'm like not even paying attention to the vase.
To see the stain? I did. I'm glad you saw the vase, though.
Yeah. Am I supposed to see it? I was almost gonna like wave my hand.
See what? The vase?
There's like so much going on, like the shadow of like where he's laying down. I'm
and
like,
the
is
vase
there a
standing
stain there?
completely
Yeah, that like that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that first. Mr. Kudo, this is a photo of the crime scene.
So what?
Well, there's 2 wine glasses over there.
You never mentioned anything about that.
Look carefully at the table.
I can't see all that picture frame in the top right corner.
Shut up. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch.
Ow, ow, ow.
Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
And that was the only reason.
Uh-huh.
Not me seeing any waitresses. Sick little pervert.
This little man.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Damn.
Ah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Shut up, bailiff. Escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me. Oh, gavels.
Oh, I give up. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict.
Mm-hmm.
The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it!
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish. He also autographed it.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Kodo's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godo's.
I don't get one? Yes, Your Honor. I'm surprised she doesn't get one.
You're like a team, you can share.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony. Like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm just a stupid old man.
I'm just a,
I did everything
I'm just
wrong.
a crazy old cool from Japan.
Oh, shit, I'm an engraving.
No.
So, how do you think the trial went this morning?
Great.
How do you think it went?
Got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances.
Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee.
All you know is that what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon.
And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured.
Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis.
Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Yeah. We've got to find one for Maggie. She's going to have a terminal case of guilty. All right. What to do?
Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start.
Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first.
I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations.
Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Any ideas?
So, any ideas on your mind?
Actually, there is something.
Huh?
I was wondering about Zinniop. You know, like what he's like and stuff.
I had you put a little Chinese pronunciation on that time.
Jin, yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy.
I ought to beat you so hard I'll feel like you were smooching the express train.
He wanted to be Pete.
Phoenix Wright? You saying you, Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, can you try doing it as Pete?
Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Goof.
Actually, I learned a little something about my doppelganger.
Huh? You did? What'd you find out?
My respects me.
Oh my god.
My I am respects me.
Oh yeah, mine was working at the restaurant when I went to Don Fonione.
Don Fonione.
Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me?
Zinniop's gonna crush me like a bug.
Crush me like a bug. Was gonna squash me like a bug.
Alright, let's check in on Maggie. Maggie.
Mag.
And the ferocious guard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie.
Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know.
Oh, never mind.
Maggie! Oh, Hannah! Oh, Hannah!
Oh, Phoenix, I wish Maggie were here.
I wish Maggie! Maggie!
I like you clicking the emote with the typewriter sound.
Looks like Gumshoe's not here.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow.
You think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge.
What are you doing? Call in the officers for a briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet!
But my email pen pal, the elite Asian princess.
Oh.
Save it for later. I'm turning it off now.
No, lead agent Prince LZ.
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keeping busy. More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. I wonder what it could possibly be. Well, I guess we'll keep exploring and
Maybe we'll
another episode.
Maybe we'll do another episode.
Maybe we'll do another episode. I don't
What
know.
is this call here? I feel like this is a good place to end the playthrough.
It just turns into a... Really wish SungWon and Steve would stop playing a game for 30-something episodes and then just call it quits.
The classic 29er. Or actually 28er.
No, we're just joking. We'll see you tomorrow.
We're not joking. We're not doing another one. Bye.